What's up, everyone?
And welcome to Greetings and Salutations. Okay, let's get stuck right into it and discuss the two videos that I released on my channel earlier this week, as they certainly were sharply contrasting pieces in terms of tone and content. I'll begin with the second video, lest we forget, which was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. It was something I decided to make on that very day, as it was Anzac Day, which is pretty much sacred here in Australia and New Zealand. It's a day in which we honour the legacy of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps soldiers. If you guys want to know more, just do a Google search. There's a lot of history and facts behind it. Too much for me to put into this video here. And my Lest We Forget video was just my small way of paying tribute to this legacy, and I guess also simultaneously honouring those who are currently serving in the armed forces. And given the comments that have been posted on that video of people from all over the world paying not only their respects to the Anzacs, but also to their own members of the armed forces, I think I've succeeded in that. It's just so, it's just really enlightening to know that there are so many people out there who praise and respect their own members of the armed forces. And also just want to address something else as well. A couple of people also posted comments on that video asking if I was all right, like if there had been some sort of tragedy or anything, given that my video was obviously a lot darker than anything I've done before. Personally, I would have thought it was more solemn, but I completely understand why people might think I was depressed or something, or if there had been a death in the family or whatever. And to those people who expressed their concern, thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate your interest in my welfare. But no, there was no tragedy, there was no depression. It was just something I decided to make because I was feeling particularly patriotic. Okay, now we'll discuss the first video I released, Milestone 1. I tell you what, I would love to have seen the reaction of people who came across it, like wondering, what am I watching? Why is this here? And to those of you who are fans of my series, I would love to have been able to hear your thoughts, like asking, like, were you wondering, is there something wrong with Victor? Did he have an aneurysm or something? But no, I just decided to make that because I've always wanted to do a comedy-themed Thomas the Tank Engine sketch, and, crossing it over with
Tinky Winky, Spike Wolf, Sniper, Yeko, Toby, Pio, Pyro, Duck, and Demomon.
My personal favorite Monty Python sketch was just too good to, was just a possibility that I couldn't ignore. And also I wanted to utilize the Wendell model that I had just gotten, courtesy of Mainland Studios, the man who made it. So if you're watching, mate, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it, your generosity. And yeah, it's just such a beautiful model, and I thought, okay, I've got to use it in some way. Yeah, so I think my milestone video came together really well. Like, if the comments are any indication, you guys clearly thought it was funny, or at the very least enjoyable. And yeah, as it said at the end of that video, it was made as a way of saying thank you to you guys for 500,000 views on my channel. I think about 125,000 of those views are actually on my ghost video. I mean, seriously, why is that one so popular? But in any case, I guess also this might be a good point to make an announcement as well. If you guys noticed the title of that video, you would have noticed it said Milestone 1. So, does that mean there will be more? Yes, there will. Because backtracking a little bit here. In my questions and answer video, I admitted that there were a few questions that I chose not to answer for various reasons. And I distinctly remember one of the questions was, I can't remember the exact wording, but it was something to the effect of, would you ever make other videos than Stories of Sodor or Greetings and Salutations? I didn't want to answer that because I didn't want to commit to anything in case that idea didn't work or it was a bad idea or whatever. And when I hit 500,000 views, I realized something. I thought, you know what? Why don't I make these sort of videos as my way of saying thank you to all those who watch and subscribe and whatever. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do going forward. Every time my channel hits a certain milestone, I'm going to release a video in a similar vein to the first one, or maybe not in a similar vein. It could be comedy based. It could be something entirely different. And I'm going to do that. And I decided to do that for a couple of reasons. The first reason was I decided that I need a more substantial way of thanking you guys for your support, for your dedication and whatnot. And I think if I were to constantly release a video saying thank you very much guys, like I did when I hit 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, it'd probably get pretty hollow after a while, even if my gratitude would be sincere in every single one of those potential videos. And yeah, like I say, I think you guys deserve something more substantial. And another reason is because since season 1 of the Stories of Sodor is ending this week, I have to give you guys some incentive to keep coming back, to keep sharing my videos, to keep liking them, subscribing them, whatever. And I figure, this might be a good way to tantalize you guys to keep you around. And I guess also maybe the final reason why I decided to do these sort of milestone videos is because as much fun as I have making the Stories of Sodor episodes and these Greetings and Salutations video, I do long for a change, something to break up the routine, so to speak. And as I'm sure you can probably tell in my first milestone video, I certainly had a lot of fun with it. To me, I don't think there's anything more funny than the Australian stereotype. And just on that note, I don't think I've ever known anyone who was ever offended by it. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I guess also it's another way to test out my creative side, so to speak. Yeah, I guess that's all I got to say about those two videos. So let me know in the comments if you think my milestone idea is a good one or a bad one or whatever. And you know what? Maybe even leave your own suggestions down there of what I might do. All right. So jumping back to what I was just saying there about season 1 of the Stories of Sodor ending this week. Yes, it is. The episode in question will be titled Luck. So speculate away as to what that's going to mean. And then, of course, also there's my behind-the-scenes video to look forward to. I was going to release that one next week, but I've decided I'm going to release that on Sunday. So this Saturday, I'll release the final episode. Then on Sunday, I'll release the behind-the-scenes video. And then next week, I'll do one final Greetings and Salutations video just to sort of tie things up, and then we'll go from there. So I guess that's all I got to say, really. So for this week's question, I want to pose to you guys. Given that Anzac Day has just gone by, I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite holiday? It can be anything. It can be a public holiday, bank holiday, religious, secular, whatever. Sound off your favorite holiday in the comments, and if you want, include a reason why. That's all I got to say. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.